Hey guys, I'm Amy and you've landed on Belle Loves Bargains. That's my cow Effingham, and sometimes he co-hosts with me. He's got a lot to say. This channel is Dollar Tree and only Dollar Tree. And why? Because everything at the Dollar Tree is $1.25, people. So stick around, consider subscribing, and don't forget to give me that big thumbs up. And if you want to know more about the 4 uploads I do every week, just check out the description box for more information. Enjoy! Swing low, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home. Swing low, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home. I looked over Jordan and what did I see? Coming for to carry me home. A band of angels are coming after me, coming for to carry me home. Swing low, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home. Swing low, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home. If you get there before I do, coming for to carry me home. Tell all my friends I'm a-coming too, coming for to carry me home. Come on, Effingham. Swing low, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home. Swing low, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home. Only your words, heavenly way, coming for to carry me home. Since Jesus washed my sins away, coming for to carry me home. Swing low, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home. Come on, swing low, chariot, coming for to carry me home. Coming for to carry me, oh, swing low, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home. Swing low, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home. Good job, Effingham. Hey guys, welcome to Belle's Bargains. My name is Amy. Okay, why did I sing that song? Well, first of all, it's Etta James. Let's see, who's requested Etta James before? I'd have to go back and look at my notes, but come on, we love her. I mean, she's one of many artists who did it. However, her version happens to be like the best. Okay, because I seriously felt like maybe I was getting carried home the last few days. It's like, oh Lord Jesus, if you are coming, get me. He wasn't. So this is why I look like this, because I'm still like no makeup. Like, you guys are lucky I even have a brassiere on, okay, because I haven't for I don't know how many days now as I adjust it, right? Okay, so I have pneumonia. It's okay. I'm going to recover. I went to the doctor. Marcus stepped in and did my Sunday video for me, which was super sweet. For those of you that are new and don't know what's going on, you have to go back and watch a little bit and then you figure it out. But just stick around. I was sick. My husband did my video for me on Sunday, and I'm still sick, but I'm here because really what helps me get better is talking to my besties. I mean, like, I haven't been in my kitchen talking in days, except to my cats. And I know, Effingham, yes. Oh, okay. I will be aware of that moving forward. Effingham apparently thinks I've been talking to him too much, and he didn't really like hearing my complaining. Well, you know, Effingham, sometimes I don't like to hear you complain too. So, okay, I accept your apology. You're not sick. I am. Oh, it makes you scared when I get sick. I understand, Effingham, I do. Anyway, so I haven't been in my kitchen with my coffee talking to my besties in like days now. So I had to come in and do it. I'm on lots of medicine. We're good. I'm not contagious. I can go out in public. The cough is considerably better. I thought I was hacking up a lung. And so this morning when I was trying to think of a song to sing, I said, well, I felt like I was on death's door. And probably if somebody doesn't sing that song at my funeral with some good old gospel soul in it, besties, if any of you are around, make sure they know. Because it's such a good gospel song, isn't it? I think we should have gospel day. Okay, let's get going. Because I made some things for you. Today's Totally Easy Tuesday. For those of you that are new, stick around, give me a thumbs up. Consider subscribing or not. I mean, it's totally up to you. This is free entertainment for you guys. So do whatever makes you happy. I'm not going to beg you. I'm going to ask you nicely to consider subscribing, but only if you want to be here. If you don't, move along. Move along. You may go now. Bye-bye, Felicia. Or bye, Angry Nicole. Mean Nicole. Which one is it? Should I call it mean? Like, that's my persona for a mean person on YouTube. Mean Nicole. It's like Karen on everybody's like, calls everybody, you're such a Karen. So mine's, you're such a mean Nicole. Okay, let's go. I made 3 things for you today. Before I do that, I have really quick friend mail. It's from my dear friend, Rita. I love you, Rita. You're so sweet. And she sent me, she sent me a message. She's like, you know what? I got a couple of these. Do you want some? So she sent them to me and they're so beautiful. You know, when you get dish towels and you're like, I can't use those. I would ruin them. And then, did anybody ever, who was the old, see, we're in my kitchen talking again. See how chattermouthy I am now? Because I've been so silent for days. Who was the old columnist? I've talked about her before, I think. And when she was dying, she was diagnosed with cancer, and she said some of her regrets in life, and it's going to make me cry just thinking about it because it was so profound, was never burning the candles, because we all save the candles for a special time. I don't, because I read that column. I think I was a child when it came out, but somehow I read it at some point in my life. And what was her name? Somebody? You'll know. I know one of you'll know. She said it was something like, I should look up the article because it was so good, and I should post it, tag it. Maybe I will. I'll try and find it and tag it. And it was, I should have burned candles. I think there was something about I should have used the good towels. That stuff that we hold on to and we covet. Like, what are we going to do with it when we die? So anyway, what death is like a theme today for me, huh? I don't know. Okay, so Rita sent me these, and they're so beautiful, but you don't want to use them. I'm going to, though, Rita. I just want you to know, I'm like literally opening them up and putting them in my kitchen as soon as this video's over. But you guys, so what's that on the front of it? It's a convertible bug. It's pink. Mine's not pink. Mine's black. But still, it's a convertible bug, and it says there's no place like Nome. Oh, I'm so in love. So I really considered, Rita, and I might, taking one of these. I'm going to open them right now. Tell me what you guys think. So I'm like that crazy person that has like this huge, not huge, but a fairly medium-sized stuffed elephant in my car that my grandchildren gave me. But it's like, I'm trying to open my trash can, sorry. But it's like one of those fluffy, like a pillow animal. Does that make sense? Kind of. And so I keep it in there for like a pillow for the grandkids in the back seat. Not that they're ever, well, they are. Anyway, and it's like my little security blanket. But I was like, how cute would it be to make a pillow for my convertible bug? All I'd have to do is fold it in half and put a form in here, which I have the forms. So anyway, I might do that. And okay, so Rita sent me those, and then these other, where'd they go? These ones say Happy Easter with the gnomes on them. I love these waffle. Isn't that what you call that? Anyway, I have a robe that's like that. I've worn it on Beanies and Robes. Okay, so anyway, she sent me those. Then she's like, I pulled these sweet ducks. I pulled these sweet ducks off the yellow garland from the DT and thought you could use some, which I don't even remember seeing these, but it might have just been like I went by it. But she pulled these. They're so cute. I want to Mod Podge them on something. How cute are these little duckies? Don't worry, I'm not going to call them bunnies because I screwed up like last week. Hold on. See? That's what I got going on. Okay, but I'm drinking my hot coffee. It should be tea. I like coffee better. I'm taking my medication. Last night I sat in the hot tub to get the hot steam, like to give me a whatever. Okay, and then there's this in here. So it says, I couldn't resist picking this up for you. I know your favorite color is green. Get ready for a laugh. Okay. Well, it's wrapped in the fluffy stuff. It's a cow. Effingham! Somebody got you a present. Thank you, Rita. Well, that's very nice of you. Yes. Ah! He's so cute. Oh my gosh, I kind of want to paint the little party hat, like really colorful. I might have to do that, Rita. I'm sure you're okay if I do that, right? Oh my gosh, how cute is he? So Effingham, he's gonna have to go up by you. I'm gonna have to add another shelf too because people keep sending stuff for you. So, okay. Rita, thank you so much. You're such a sweet bestie. By the way, I'm keeping this because I bought 2 to make a bunny with, and then I realized I probably needed 3. So thank you. This will also be used. I don't know if that's happening this year or next year because I think I'm pretty much should be done with Easter, right? And it's like 2 weeks away now, isn't it? Yeah, I gotta be done. Okay. So thank you very much, Rita, and Effingham is like, that's a great idea. Effingham said we should name his new friend. Well, what if we just call him Rita T? Rita T? Rita T? You guys, what do you think? Okay, Effingham, they'll give us ideas for a name for your friend, and then you can decide, okay? All right, does that sound reasonable? Okay, good. I'm glad he agrees. All right, let's move on. All right, I made 3 things for you this week, so let's dive into them really quickly. First of all, 2 of them, I'm sweating, you guys. That's good. I'm sweating out all the poisons. You're lucky I didn't put on the dress that I've had on for 4 days. You guys know what I'm talking about when you're sick. It's just like, ugh. So, I promised Marcus when he left for work today, I go, if I have enough energy, I will wash the bed. I promise. Because I just feel like I've just been sick in it, you know, for 4 days. And he's been so good. Oh my gosh. He's such a nice guy. He's a good guy. Thank you guys, by the way, for all your nice comments for him on Sunday when he tried so hard to step in and do Foodie Sunday. And that was because he's like, what do you want? And I go, I really want some soup. And I go, I have some Dollar Tree soups. Do you want to do our Beannies and Robes Show? And he goes, yeah. And I was shocked. I was like, okay, great. So anyway, okay, so let's dive into what we made. Chatty Cathy today, man. You guys see? This is what happens when I'm left alone for too long. Haven't been at work, haven't seen anybody. All right, this is something I bought at the Dollar Tree Plus. I just spit too. I bought it at the Dollar Tree Plus like a couple weeks ago. I hauled it and I hauled some other long signs, and I really liked this one. It was the Easter one. But you know, I always want to embellish things. I always feel like they're just missing a little something. And so I'm very happy with how this came out. So the other thing that I do as a creator, I'm always trying to use up stuff. If you watched my What Would You Make? Thank you all for watching that too. I hope you went and visited the other channels. I got like 1,100 views on that so far. Why? I don't know. But hey, and I gained like 50 subscribers this week. So that's good. I think the challenge really, really helps. So I'm going to be doing some more of those. Anyway, so where was I going with that? I love to use things up. Hence that, what would you make? And I had those snakes. I was like, I have to use it all up. And the minnow bait was the best, I think. I'm sorry. It was just so out of the box. All right, but so I'm explaining this because that's part of how this came about. So I'm finishing up Easter. I have 1 clear tub of Easter stuff. Like I can get what I have left over into a clear tub, and that's always my goal. I want it to fit into a tub so that I can pull it out next season and use whatever's in there. So I've done really well with Easter this year. So I still had all these really colorful eggs left, and I thought about doing last minute wreath and using everything up on that. And then I was like, I don't know. So I pulled this out, and it occurred to me what to do with all the little foam colorful eggs that I had left. And so this is the welcome Easter sign. First of all, look at the top there. Now, see that little bunch of colorful ribbon tied there? Let me explain that in a minute. And this, can you guys see? Look at how cute. I added one of those buckets on the bottom, put some greenery in it, and by the way, I did glue it on. Can you see that back there? And then I also used twine just around I figured that was fine. But look at how cute all the eggs in there. This looks so cute. I took a picture of it on my front porch. You have to remember I live in Arizona, so I'm very southwestern. So this is like, what is that on our porch? It's okay, it's seasonal. But what I wanted to say is this was so easy. I took styrofoam. By the way, I did not have any Dollar Tree styrofoam when I did this. So I will keep styrofoam from things that I get in the mail because it's a great thing to glue in for sticking florals in. FYI, I don't know if anybody else does that but me. So I just glued a few in. This is like 3 picks, I think, in there. And mostly it's like a bouquet of these beautifully colorful eggs that match the sign perfectly. And I got to use up one of these, which I've had forever. I did squash it. So I sort of ovaled it by squashing it, which you would never know by looking here. So it worked perfectly. But then these little eggs had ribbon hangers on them, just this little tiny piece of ribbon hanger. So I saved them all. I took them, I knotted the ends on all of them, and then bunched them together and tied them on here. No waste. I'm weird. Okay, but I think this is super cute. It's on my front porch, and I love it. So, and this was it was so easy to do. And this, by the way, this sign was, I left this on there just so I remember to show you guys, $5 at a Dollar Tree Plus, which I think it came out super cute. I hope you guys like it as well. But they do bow, by the way. So I think the way to fix that is when I put it away, I will probably have to take, I have an egg on my sweater. I will probably have to take the, I don't know which side this egg came from. I'm just gonna put it in right there. That's a good place for it. I'll probably have to take the bucket off so that I can store it and put something on top of it to flatten it back out. And I'm sure every year I'll have to do that. Just because they're, you know, like they're pressed cardboard or something. I don't know, whatever. So, yeah. You know, you're already flat on one side, Effingham. We don't need to store you that way. You're good. You're fine. I know. All right, so then next, another Dollar Tree Plus thing. And this was also $5. $5. And it was super cute. So ironically, my little, my big guy, my burly bear. I call him my burly bear because he's just he's got fur. I call it fur. He's furry everywhere. And he's kind of a burly guy. I'm like, you're my burly bear. Probably shouldn't have told you guys that. Hopefully he won't watch this video. Maybe I've already told you that. See, we get talking in my kitchen. And then I'm like, I don't know. We just start sharing secrets. Anything else you want to know? I'm feeling in that mood. I mean, it was near death, right? Okay. So this was from Dollar Tree Plus also. And it's, I had to upscale it. So it had 3 little eggs on it that were polka dot. I'm so mad. I forgot to take it before. But you'll see, maybe I can screenshot it before and put it in there. I'll try and do that when I'm editing. But this was, I hope I can do that because the difference is amazing. But my guy, when it was, before I upscaled, it was like, I really like that one. I was like, all right. I mean, not like, you know, guys don't normally like holiday decorations very much, but he's like, I really like that one. It's really cute. So it was, but it needed help. And in the video, I show you how it needs help. Now it's phenomenal. I mean, now it's so dang cute. All right, so I want to really talk about this for you guys because this is where I feel like I can teach you so much. I have to grab the eggs that they had in there. Okay, so these were the 3 eggs that they had in there, all right? Notice I took those brightly colored eggs out and I just put in brown eggs that are just the styrofoam eggs. These are just styrofoam eggs that they painted and put polka dots on, right? And spackled. Well, they're cute. They're very cute. Here's your problem. So when I looked at this piece, I loved the whole concept of it. It's like a 3D egg that it sits all by itself. So a couple things. The inside of it was this. I did a sloppy job because I'm sick though, so I wasn't trying to not take too much time for anything. So when you looked at it, you could see the plain press board back here. It was awful. So I took the white shoe polish right here and I whitewashed the backside so that now when you look at it, it's cute. It doesn't look like unfinished because it totally looked unfinished, all right? This, by the way, was a little difficult to do. You can't unscrew these, so I kept pushing it down. I didn't film that because I didn't think I needed to. But I kept pushing it down, and then I would take a paintbrush and go into the difficult areas. Like, you notice I didn't get all the way in there. I didn't need to. So I just got to where you could see it, right? Anyway, and it really, really helped with the overall look of this. Okay, so there was that. And then these super bright, awful, well, that one's not even bad, but they just didn't go well. This is faux wood, you know, aged, right? Looked really good. And then But they went away from that by throwing in these super colorful eggs. You tchotchke it with this. So I brought it back to classy by putting in the brown eggs. Then there was so much glue showing. Well, there's a little bit there. I show this in the video. I showed the glue showing. And so I got out my moss, which I hate Spanish moss, but sometimes you got to use it. And I glued that. I had one of those packages of Spanish moss that had like some pine cones and stuff in it. And so I glued some of those down there to give it a little more, see how it gives it a little more depth, like three-dimensionalizing it. I put my brown eggs in, and then these are the florals that were on it. 1, 2, 3, they were on it. They're not bad, but they were like just looked awful on the original one. So I went into my stash of leftover greenery. It's one of my favorite things. It's just a shoebox. Every time I use something, I'm running out of breath. Every time I use something floral and I have leftover bits, I throw it into this shoebox, and then it's like my extra floral. So I went into that. The color of these leaves was perfect. It's a more natural, a darker, browner green, which pulled everything together here really beautifully. Used some of these blue because it's like a, what's the word I want? Like a, I don't know what the word is I want. Anyway, it's some kind of blue. And then added those flowers back in because of the balance. It sort of gave it a brighter color here, pulling in the eggs. But I want you guys, remember I always talk about the angles. So notice the angle on this, the flowers, down to the eggs, down to the pine cones. That's why it looks good. And pulling out those tchotchke colors and putting in the more naturals, this is now a gorgeous piece. Gorgeous. And I couldn't throw these flowers away. I just can't. It's a thing with me. So I had to use them somehow. And I did. And I think it looks phenomenal. Do you not love, love, love this? Don't you? Oh, I'm in love. And just that whitewash on the back, absolutely perfect, stunning. Okay, but the final thing I made for you, which you guys, this is why Totally Easy Tuesday is literally probably my favorite video I do, because I'm like, oh, I just love to show you guys these things that are like so easy to do and so amazing. This whole entire thing cost 1, 2, 3. Well, there was 3 items and 2 like craft supplies, okay? So $3.75 for this. I'm in love. So they had this new contact paper that came out. I think it's new. I still don't know if it's new. Nobody's told me yet if it was new. I'm pretty sure it's new. I don't think I'd seen it before. It wasn't in my stash, so it was new to me. I was like, I know exactly what I want to do with it. I did a bunny last year where I used contact paper on it, and it was a more whimsical kind of bunny when I used a gray and white contact paper on him. He was super cute. He, whatever. Yeah, I know. Well, yeah, okay. Yeah. I know. Everybody gets to decide for themselves, Effingham. We got that. We've learned that from you. Okay, so I didn't have a bunny, so I just picked up this bunny last week so I could do this because I had this vision in my head. And last year, I bought all kinds of pom-poms, every pom-pom I could see in the Dollar Tree. I bought them and threw them into my Easter stash. And so this one's absolutely perfect and stunning and easy. Are you not in love? Okay, so first of all, let's talk about this. This was a bunny. He was just natural wood. They had little wood cutouts on his ears and a little wood cutout for his tail, which was awful. It was really bad. So I just scraped those off. I will tell you the truth. I put it in the microwave for a minute to try and loosen it. Didn't really work this time, but a lot of times it does. So I scraped those off, and then I want to tell you guys how to put contact paper down on something like this. So I laid the bunny down, and you'll see, and I squared it up. Like, how much did I need? And once I did that, I peeled it off. I put the contact paper down, upside down, so the sticky side is up, and then laid the bunny on top of it. You know why? Because to lay the contact paper down, nearly impossible. When you can put your contact paper down and then lay it on top of it, it's always the better way to go. Let me just tell you that. So, and then the other little trick that I want to teach you guys is they sell the diamond nail file things there. I think they're 3 for $1. Or you can buy this, which is $1. This is way better. I see everybody fiddling with these, and I'm like, I don't know. I will buy one again for a bigger project, but when I have these things that have like intricate areas that you have to get into for sanding off, These are amazing, and they're much quicker. They're just rough. They're sandpaper on a popsicle stick, people. So my crafting tip of the day is to buy these and use these because they're amazing when you're sanding. So anyway, so I laid it down. I sanded it. You'll see how I did that. And then I outlined with my Jot black marker. Put the ribbon on. Put the little, it reminds me of my cats in there. There should have been a little bell. Ding, ding, ding. And then my gray keychain, which I use as the tail. Now, the other thing I want to talk to you guys about is notice that the tail is hanging off the backside. Why? Because if this were an actual bunny, the tail would literally be like right here, right? So I pulled it off it a little bit, and I think that looks really good. So just remember that. The tail wouldn't be here. The tail would be here, right? So that's kind of what I did. I pulled it to the back sides. I probably could have pulled it back a little bit more even. Anyway, and then I didn't show this on film, but I glued this to it so that it would stand all by itself. This is just one of the pots that they put the cactus pieces in, and I save them. I throw them in my extra thing. It works absolutely perfect as a stand for this. Absolutely perfect. So there's the only other thing I would have done, and if I weren't sick, I would have painted this all the black chalk paint. I'm just too sick, so I did it as fast as I could. This is my favorite. Tell me what you guys think, but this is my favorite. I'm like so in love with this. And it's so boho Easter, right? Somebody said the other day they loved how I do a lot of different genres. Well, listen, let's talk about this. This is definitely boho. I would say this is definitely farmhouse. And my sign is definitely traditional Easter right there. So I do like to mix it up. I don't have a set style. You're never going to come on here and find me only doing one genre. Is that right? Genre of decorating, style of crafting, whatever you want to say it is. Okay, guys, I need to go back to bed now. Supposed to be going on my honeymoon on Saturday, by the way, FYI. Yeah, I'm going. Doctor said I can go. He said you're fine because you aren't contagious or anything. So I'm going, but I have to take it easy between now and then, and I have to go back to work tomorrow because somebody's going on vacation. Oh, so there's that. All right. Hope you guys like that. Let me know which one is your favorite. Effingham, which one did you like best? The cow you got. I didn't make that. Came from Rita, our bestie. Don't forget, let's name the cow. Rita T. Rita T, I kind of like. Rita T. Okay. I think I need to doctor Rita T up a little bit, though. Well, wait, whatever we're going to name Rita T. I think I should paint the hoofs like white and put some color on here. And yeah, it'd be fun. Doctor up little Rita T. And put a little cowbell hanging on. Okay, thanks, Rita. You guys are the best. Enjoy the rest of the video watching how I did this. I'm feeling much better. Thanks for coming into my kitchen today and chatting with me. Don't forget, Saturday, big giveaway. I'm giving, oh, I have them in plastic, but I'm giving away another set of the gnomes on Saturdays, Shopping Saturday, and another set of the beads. So make sure you guys, you can go back and comment on last Saturdays because I don't draw for the winners until this Saturday. So, but then watch again this Saturday. I'm going to give away another set. All right. That's it, you guys. I'm really got to go back to bed. I got to eat some soup and go back to bed. Okay. I love you all very much. Enjoy the rest of the video. So have a great day, great week, a great life. And as always, from your singing, crafty crafter, swing low, sweet chariot. Happy hunting at your local Dollar Tree. Enjoy. So I'm going to take the bottom of the sign here, and I attach this floral bucket and put some greenery in here and some eggs on some skewers just to give it a little more something on the bottom, balance it somehow. So I'm trying to figure out like the best way to attach the bucket, and so I think I'm gonna have to use some like permanent glue of some kind. Well, that didn't come off too well, that's okay. And then I'm gonna have to like sort of flatten out the bucket to sort of oval it so it fits in between here a little bit better. And I'm just gonna rest it on the bottom lip here. So the ideal thing would be to like screw it into it. And I realized that I'm trying to sort of cover up the bunny over here, but I think it's gonna be okay once this is on and there's greenery and stuff. You won't be able to see this part of it or on the side of it when it's standing up. All right, so let's have some fun with this. So this is where I just glued down the styrofoam and then cut my stems. I think I said I had 3. Do I have 4? 1. Maybe I have 4. Sorry, guys. Yeah, I guess it's 4 stems in there. I love these. These are my favorite stems from the Dollar Tree. Every time I see them, I buy them. They're just very natural looking. I think they're just really beautiful. So once I cut those down and got them stuck in there, then I just started adding eggs to my bouquet. This came out like way better than I even imagined, actually. This on its own, not attached to the sign, I think it's just really beautiful. So I'm using those skewers that you get in the barbecue section at Dollar Tree. They make phenomenal things to stick things into floral arrangements with. And then I went to glue it on, and I thought I would glue it on the lip, but then it ran into the word, the end of the E on welcome. So I ended up putting it flush on the bottom. And then just to give it a little extra support for staying on, I took the jute twine and wrapped it around and threw the handle on the bucket, which is fine. It looks kind of cute, actually. And then just to tie that in, of course, because I wanted to make sure that I tied that in with the whole sign, I put it on the top. And then I took all the stinking ribbons from these eggs. You don't have to do this, it's just me being silly. But I took all those stinking ribbons and I took them all, knotted both ends of them, like knotted just on the end, just like I do on my jute twine all the time. And then I just knotted all the ends, then I gathered them up together when they're all knotted and just tied them into the knot on the jute twine on the top. So really all this did was sort of balance the color, but you don't have to, it's fine without it. I might even take it off, I don't know. But I love to use everything if I can, so this was a great way just to use those little ribbons that were on the eggs. And there's my Easter welcome sign. It looks really pretty. I really like it. Love the addition of the bucket. All right, here's before. Here's after. Do you guys see the difference? This changed this so much. I'm really happy with how this came out. Let's see how I did it. Okay, this came from Dollar Tree Plus. It was $5. But I think it's like super, super cute. And so I'm going to upscale it just a little bit. Like, for instance, can you see like all the hot glue marks? And these flowers are kind of The eggs aren't too bad. But anyway, so I'm going to upscale this just a little bit. Probably going to actually remove the eggs and use some natural brown eggs that I do with foam eggs and furniture markers, and just bring this a little less tchotchke, a little more farmhousey. So here's that shoe polish. I love it when I find things that I take them out of their actual reason for being and use them for something different. So this is like whitewashing. If you find this white shoe polish, it is phenomenal, you guys, so pick it up. But the one thing was, I couldn't really get in there because it was too tight, and so I just dabbed it and used a paintbrush and scooped it up and painted behind it. Changed everything. And then I removed all the tchotchke stuff off here, took some glue, and started adding my Spanish moss. But this was the Spanish moss that had like some like pine cones and wood corn, egg corn kind of stuff. I don't know what it is. Anyway, they look like hardened mushrooms almost, like these pieces of wood, but they worked absolutely beautiful for this. and just took it to a more woodsy place, and adding more Spanish moss was absolutely necessary. Then, of course, I take my foam eggs and use that furniture marker. By the way, I think that's maple is what I'm using. And it works. It's a perfect color. And this is so easy. You take foam eggs and color them with furniture marker. And you have brown eggs. And then I just kept adding stuff on just to try and cover up all the exposed glue that was on the wreath nest part. And then got into my stash, found these beautiful just brownish green leaves that were off a pick, and then I sort of glued them together, sort of making a trio of them so that I could sort of squeeze them together and put them at the top of my little floral arrangement that I'm going to have now. Notice I used 5 leaves, right? So there's balance. So I put the 3 on the top and then add the two to the bottom, just sort of filling out the area where I'm going to put the florals. And this is, you know, personal choice. I love the way this came out though. And then I thought about finding a bird. I didn't have any birds. I'm glad I didn't now. I think it looks just really perfect the way it is. Then this is part of a stem that I had in my, you know, leftover floral stash. And I thought this blue was super sweet, and the size of these blooms was absolutely perfect. So the blue just sort of pulls the blue out of this turquoise-ish, greenish blue color that the piece is painted. It was a nice complement to that color, and so I really like that. And then there was sort of the stem where I'm pulling these blooms off of. It's interesting because it's really like the leftover piece, but I glue it in there because it looks so cool, like this other sort of greenery dimension coming out of that. I loved it. It was absolutely perfect. So, you know, remember you guys, it's not all trash. Some of it's treasure. So then I could have left it just like that. I ended up putting in the blooms that came off of it back into it though. But you can see the difference. Could have left it like that and it would have been, it's beautiful. But I ended up putting those back in just to tie in another, adding those sort of brownish colors in like the eggs. Anyway, it all looks very farmhouse by the time that we're done. And here's my little trick though, for when you're using Spanish moss. A little trick when working with Spanish moss is hairspray. It like glues all of the loose pieces down. Just a little trick. And I'm going to take these little florals and put them back in. Which, you know, it could have gone either way. Could have just left it with the blue. But, you know, I love to use things up. I say this all the time. And so this way, I didn't have to throw them away, which I would feel like was such a waste. And I kind of liked it. It just pulled a little bit more color into it. And particularly this one, as I put it in, really pulled the color of the eggs in. So, and then gives us that nice diagonal follow your eye kind of thing with the florals and the eggs. So I hope you guys like this. It really took it from tchotchke to farmhouse, and I absolutely love this piece. Now, of course, will be staying in my collection. Hope you guys like it too. Okay, so I have the wood bunny, and he's a hanging piece. I don't know if I'll leave him a hanging piece though. And I'm gonna make him very boho, but I have to remove these things. So he's just one flat, solid piece of wood. I have some ribbon and embellishments and a bunny tail. So somebody was asking me, oh, I can't remember now, sorry, about these. So here it is, freeze frame. Get that, because I used the multicolored keychains on another bunny and they were asking me about them. But anyway, you find these in like the preteen area, you know, where I have all the cute little pencils. And usually in most of my Dollar Trees I go to, it's towards the front, and there'll be like a little, I don't know, a little area, not on an aisle, but some of them it's other places. So anyway, It's called Pom Pom Clip, and there's the SKUs for it. So capture that if you can. I hope that's clear. Okay, anyway, so, and then this new, I think it's new. Then I went and looked at my stash and I didn't have any of it. And like, I would have bought it. So I'm pretty sure this is a new pattern. Somebody tell me if it's not. Anyway, does anybody see a ram's head right there? Okay, good. So, let's go. This one's gonna be really cool, super easy, and very boho. First, let's open up that contact paper. So I kind of already walked you guys through this in the beginning, but I'm gonna go over it again. By the way, notice the placement of that tail. What I tell you, it can't be on there, it has to be centered off the back of it. And this looks more like a flower or a sun. But, okay. I like this piece, but not with the extra wood things on it. So taking it off just made it such a better piece for me. I don't even know what I would do with it with those pieces on it. Anyway, I don't have to. So, get those off. I threw this in the microwave for like a minute. That didn't really help. But then I just was scraping out the edge. I know I'm putting a busy contact paper on there, so I'm not too worried about it, but I do kind of want to get it as flat as I can, right? And I know the tail's going to go there anyway, so I didn't work too hard on it. And then getting the ears off is a little more difficult. So you got to be really careful here because this is thin, right? So if you bust into the ear too much, you're going to lose the ear. On the one side, this side did okay. This other side kind of busted into the ear a little bit, but it was okay. I mean, I was putting the heavy-duty contact paper on there, so I was like, all right. But just be careful if you decide to do this project. So after I get this one off, then, as you can see right here, see, watch, it's going to lift up some of the ear. I was trying so hard, you guys. But sometimes they come off so easy. There we go. See, there's some ear gone. That's okay. And then I just took my sanding block and sort of just a little bit of sanding, nothing major, right? This is where you use those sanding blocks. Oh, there's more here coming. Okay, and so now I put this down on the contact paper just to cut myself out a smaller square, right? So that I have a manageable piece to work with. First, I have to take the tape off of it because I have ADD, and so I wouldn't have been able to go on unless I'd removed the tape from the contact paper. That's just how I work. So now I'm going to lay it out, and then I was trying to decide, like, do I care where the pattern goes on the bunny? Did that really matter? In the end, I decided it really didn't, and so I just took it to cutting out the smallest possible square that I could, so I'm not wasting too much of this stuff because I absolutely love it. So I figured out where I needed to cut on the side, and I figured out where I needed to cut on the top, and then just cut out a square to work with, so it's way easier to work with. And then, like I said, when you put the bunny on here, it's so much easier to apply the wood to the contact paper rather than apply the contact paper to the wood. So that means you peel off your backing. And so once I peel it off and I put it down, then I was trying to remember how I had the bunny oriented because it's all backwards, right? So turned it around. Place it on there. This really helps so you don't get wrinkles this way. And then just kept rubbing it down. And then taking that nail file. This is the best trick ever, you guys. I hope you guys are all going to copy me on this one because it's amazing. These little nail files are phenomenal for your nails as well. And so when I get them, I usually buy like one for me, one for my crafting supplies. So then I just kept going all the way around on this. Notice that I'm cutting into the areas to make it easier to maneuver my nail file in there. But you're going to have some areas where it's really hard to get into. So like at the ears there, so I took my X-Acto knife and went in and cleaned it up. Now I'm taking my permanent jot black marker and outlining it. Look at how this finishes it. Yeah, this is almost shabby chic. I know I said it was boho, but I guess you could really go shabby chic too. Anyway, and then I got my glass marker out just to finish in those areas that are very small. And the reason I use the glass is because it almost has like a paintbrush tip on it, so it goes into very small areas, FYI. Which I haven't seen those in a while, the glass markers. If I do, I'm in a stockpile. So now this is that ribbon that I just hauled, this phenomenal amount of like 35 or 25 feet of ribbon, whatever it is. It's amazing, and this is very nice ribbon. So I'm just going to put a collar on my bunny. So I'm just cutting a piece. I'm just going to hot glue on the back. Super easy, right? So I just pretty much hot glue, and then I didn't hot glued down the side that I'd cut straight, so that I just went back in to give it a clean edge here and cut that straight at the edge on that. And then I take my diamond adhesive wrap, or I think that's what it's called, because I just think this looks really cute. Now, I'm not normally like add glitzies on my crafts kind of girl, except maybe at Christmas time, but this just went so well. Because today's more shabby chic, huh? You guys tell me what you think. Is shabby chic is a boho? So then put that on. It just so made me think of my cats. It's like, looks like a kitty collar. So instead of doing a bow, which is so atypical, right, to put a big bow on the bunny there, no bow. There's no bow in this boho. So I just cut off the tag and the clip from my bunny tail here. And then remember, you got to go past the backside. So I do that, and it looks so cute. I actually think, I think a white tail on this would have looked funny. I hope you guys love my bunny. I absolutely do. And tell me which one's your favorite. Thanks, you guys, for watching. See you on Thursday for Themed Thursday.